Hi guys, so welcome back, and today I would like, as you can see, first of all I changed a bit the decoration of the studio, so I hope you can still see well. I think it should be working well. I have one of my favorite machine, the Garuda, next to me because I'm changing a bit the disposition of the studio, so don't mind that. For some of you who would have a Garuda and would like to have a video of the Garuda workout with the apparatus, just send me a quick note and I would make a video soon, hopefully finding the time for it. So what I would like to work on today is more like a quick stretch workout or release of the muscles, kind of, because a lot of you are telling me that you have a lot of time back pain, that you're waking up completely blocked. So that is something you could use if you have 10-15 minutes in the morning to just relax the muscles, to open up everything and get the body ready for the day. And if you have more time and you want to combine this workout with the quick 15 minutes ab workout, it's also quite a good idea to do that. But in case you don't have time, this is quite nice to let the body slowly function and release. Of course, you can use that also in the evening if you had a stressful day, if you feel that everything is fully tense, then just take the time, 10-15 minutes before going to sleep, and you will see that you will first of all sleep much better because your nervous system will regulate, and also you will have a better quality sleep and you will wake up in a much nicer way in your body, and obviously the nervous system will be also calmer in a regulated way. Good. So let's start. I will not keep it too long. I would start actually in an all-four position. And it has always, if you have some issues on your knees, just make sure you double your mat or just take some support, extra supports under your knees. Good. And then make sure you have a mat that is thick enough, but not fully like a pillow, because we still want to connect the body there. All right, so we start in an all-four. For those who have difficulties on staying in an all-four, you can widen your knees apart or make sure you have a support under your knees. As I always say on the all-four, please don't constantly shift the weight in the front here. We're going to work as well with the weight of the body shifting in other directions, because when we shift the weight of our body fully to the front, it's a lot to carry for our hands, for our wrist. And a lot of you are telling me they have pain on their wrist. That's also the reason. If I constantly stay in the front of my body, constantly leaning on it, it is normal that the neck will start to be activated, and also your wrist will have to carry too much of the weight. So let's start to spread the fingers of your hands fully on the mat, thinking that every single finger of your hand has a job, also has a connection to your shoulder, to your arm. So please don't only fingernail your mat, really spread the fingers of your hand, use the whole palm to be able to stay in that all-four. In case you have hypermobility, overstretch elbows, check that you bend a little bit your elbows to the side, not until you fall inside your shoulder blades, but until you keep a little bit of connection to your shoulder here. Okay, then we will start from there to slowly finding our balance, finding our breathing before we start. And before that, we shift slightly the weight of our body backwards so the hands won't have to carry everything. Taking 2-3 at least deep breathing, like we want to be grounded a little bit and allow our nervous system to regulate, to be ready to breathe first, to let the chest widen, the rib cage widen, every breathing, having the feeling your spine is widening to the outside fully. And once you feel that the system is finally a little bit calmer, that the body slowly takes the time to, it's almost like you can feel this drop, you can feel that you allow yourself to be there now for the time being that you're here. You allow yourself to be here and have a time for yourself. And then once you have that, you just start slowly using the palms of your hands to push the ground forward, to shift the weight back. If it's too much for your knees, you can either widen your knees, either take a pillow or a ball behind your knees and your heels to be able to pull yourself fully and drop the head in a child's pose. Also here, allow the chest to drop between your arms. Then with your fingers fully open on the ground, your palms, pull the ground back forward and round the spine forward, shifting the weight forward. And if your hands are fine, your wrists are fine, you can shift the weight slightly more forward, but careful that you don't stay there too long. And then you play with that movement. You shift the weight back. Breathe. You pull yourself forward. Once you have your movement and you feel that the body is slowly arriving, allowing you to move, and don't forget to keep enough space between your shoulder blades. Once you have that, you can always go a little bit quicker. Doesn't mean I just go back forward and then just don't feel my body and my connections. But I can go with a bit more the flow, allowing the body to slowly release. If I stay too long on one position, what will happen is that unconsciously we will start to contract to be able to stay on that pose. So personally, I don't like to stay too long in one position, but up to you. If you feel fine on one spot, just go ahead. You don't have to do everything I say. Just check what is your body telling you, what feels good. Breathe in, breathe out. And please don't think about pulling or anything. At the moment, allow the body to release, allow the body to connect without having to squeeze anything. Then coming back to the center. If you prefer to keep your knees wider, go ahead. Coming in an all four. Now, using the right hand to push the ground down deeper, open up the left arm up to the ceiling, look towards your left arm here. Please push the standing shoulder back, not to contract one part to be able to open the other one. And then bring the left arm under the right, bend the right elbow and pose your head on the ground for a second. But here, please, I really need that right standing shoulder moving backward. And then using your standing hand, you push the ground down and forward. And that allows you to open up the left arm even more. And then you try that a few times on the same side, leaning to the side. Breathe deeply. Remember how the standing shoulder moves back. You can even look over the right shoulder and pull yourself back up. Please keep breathing in and out. And allow the spine to move with the movement. Don't think only arm moving up and down, please. Please think that every movement brings the other one. Your body is connected. So when you push your arm up to the ceiling, your rib cage rotates with you and your spine can also follow. Just make sure you're not adding extra contraction and extension on the lower back. Once you did that 2 more times, breathe in, breathe out. Always keep moving while I talk because I talk a lot. Otherwise, we won't be able to move at all. And then last one here. And then slowly come back in your all four. Try to switch. Then before you switch, make sure the standing hand is spread with the fingers. The standing elbow, in case you have overstretched elbows, hyperextension, please keep it a bit bent. And then you start the other side. You open up the right arm up to the ceiling. You bring that arm under. You bend the elbow and look towards that side, posing the head down, looking over that left shoulder that you already pushed backward. And then using the connection of the ground to come back up. And then keep going a few times and breathe in, breathe out. And check, self-scan. How is your body feeling? Does it feel good? Does it feel that it's slowly opening? Does it feel not nice? Then maybe the body doesn't like this exercise. Fine. We can always find a variation. We can always open less. If your shoulder is telling you that's too much for me, that opening, then please reduce it. Make it smaller. Start small. And then see if slowly the shoulder allows you to go deeper in the movement. Good. Then slowly come back, all four. Now we'll ask you to go with your knees and your lower legs attached. Imagining you have only one leg. Now squeezing those inner thighs and legs together. And remember that we're not fully falling in front of the body. The weight of the body is even a little bit more backward than your center because we want to keep the weight away from our hands. Good. Now you slowly have, but make sure the knees are still having enough space because otherwise your spine, if your knees are too much in the front, you will just close the spine, and we want the spine to have enough distance, enough space to be able to be open. Lifting your lower legs up, bring your lower legs towards the right or the left side of the mat. Pushing with your hands. Now we know that the hands are your connector, so use them. You push the ground away, you round the spine, and you lower your butt towards your heels and mostly towards the heel that is on the side that you just lean on. And now please use the hands, thinking that if I'm on the right side, my right hand is pushing the mat, but my left hand is pulling the mat, and I can even look over that opposite shoulder here. Then pulling the ground back, bring back your lower legs in the center up in the air. Now bring your lower legs, let's do the same side so we don't get confused. We bring the lower legs to the left, pushing the ground forward. We lean and sit towards our heels. Remember that you can take a pillow or a ball in case it's too much for you. Now trying to look over the right shoulder. My left hand is pushing the ground forward, but your right hand is pulling the ground, and the head looks over the right shoulder, the opposite shoulder that your legs are. And then you do that a few times. Remember to breathe in, breathe out. Remember to self-scan here. How is your body feeling? Using the connection of your hands to connect fully to your rib cage and open up everything. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, one more on each side. Pulling, pushing the ground. Use the connection of the mat, of the ground. Last one. Now stay with the legs on the right side. That means you're pushing the ground away with your right hand. You're pulling slowly the ground with the left. The right hand is still pushing the ground forward. Now you slowly slide your left hand towards you. And open up that left arm up to the ceiling and look towards it. Remember, if it's too much for the shoulder, reduce your range of motion. Now it's your free arm, so the left one is almost swimming. Push that left arm over the head to the front. In the same time, come back to the center. Switch side, bring your lower legs to the left of the mat. Push the ground away with your left hand. Pull with the right. Now use that stable hand, the one on the ground, to pull your free arm up to the ceiling even more and look towards it. Breathe in, breathe out. Open up everything. And then do that one more on each side. Nice. I don't know for you, but now I really feel slowly my rib cage opening one by one, and my vertebrae and the whole back getting enough space. And then last one, inhale, exhale. Very nice. Breathe in, breathe out. Open up. Look towards the arm that is moving because your eyes are always directing your neck flexors. Please use your eyes as well. And slowly come back to the center. Nice. Okay. Let's do a little play to finish, because sometimes we have the feeling we have to block our back to be able to protect it. But actually, that back needs to move, because if you block constantly that back, that's where it will start to be hurt, because it's just too much to carry. The body needs movement in its own range of motion, as far as it allows you, but it needs that movement. So let's try now to come almost in a frog position, your feet on the ground. And here I will ask you not to contract the butt, neither anything in your body. Having your elbows pushing a little bit, those knees wide apart. If you can't have your feet flat on the ground, fine. See if having your toes or the middle of your feet works as well. And if not, you can even wider a bit. And if you have hips that are a bit closed, don't worry, make it smaller. Allow the body to be in its own range. Now please drop. So imagine your butt is almost dropping to the ground. And then you just stay for a second. And you shift slightly the weight side to side, almost like you're dancing. Checking until where the body allows you to go. Breathe in, breathe out. And make it going bigger, even if it works. If not, then fine. Breathe in, breathe out. Remember, you want to allow the body to move, but you don't want to push the weight of the body to the front till the lower back has to carry everything. Placing maybe your hands on the ground and helping with the connection of your hands. Think about an animal. Think about, I don't know, a frog or just a tiger, whatever makes you feel strong but soft in the same time. And then just slowly allow the body to move. Nice. Come back now. Can we try to drop one of our knees? Coming back, other side. Drop the knee. If you need to hold on something, if you have a bar, it's even better to be attached to a bar to be able to hang yourself. If you can't, fine. Just try. Remember, you can always make it smaller than me. And then breathe in, breathe out. If it's too much for the hips, make it smaller. Good. Allow the back to be soft. And then slowly placing your hands in front. Now we shift the weight, the head down, and we see if we can slowly stretch our legs. Try to stretch without having to take your hands off the mat, and if it's too much, then you can always keep your knees bent. Slowly from there, bend again, look forward, open up the chest and lengthen the neck. Think about the turtle coming out of his house while the shoulders are moving backward, lengthening. Use your hands to push the ground down and stretch again with the heels connected on the ground here. And then again, extension, open up, inhale, exhale, nice. And then from there again, come up. Okay, I would like to add some jumps to be able to have a little bit of elasticity here. If you feel not comfortable with the jumps, don't do it with the jumping. Start small, make it bigger if your back feels good. So we're going to now slowly shift the weight up to the ceiling. First, roll up for a second. Check how is your body feeling. Check how are the hips. You can even shake, dance a little bit side to side. And then once you feel good, we're now going to jump up and then come down. Look forward. We combine both movements. Push the ground down. Stretch the legs. Round the spine. We're adding on every time a bit more. Reach to the ceiling. Jump. And then dive forward, down. Look forward, breathe in, breathe out. 2 more like this. Roll up, 1 vertebra at a time without squeezing the butt, please. I need space on the spine. I need space on the vertebrae. Open up, jump. Roll down. Now we're going to add on. We're here, extending. Now let's try to jump directly from this position up like a frog that is making a huge jump up using the hands as well. And push and jump and come back. And push and jump and come back. High. 2 more. Breathe. 1 more. Breathe. And slowly finish in a standing. Very nice. Now slowly see if we can have a final stretch. First, check how is the body feeling. Walk around, shake the hands, shake the legs, and check how is the back here. If you feel you need a roll down to regulate the spine, go ahead, roll down. Take a deep breathing and then slowly roll back up. Now for the last, some of you, a lot of us never stretch the front of our feet. It might be a bit painful, so check until where it allows you to go. Now try to roll your toes under on the ground, and then it's like you push your knee forward. It can be sometimes very painful because we usually don't stretch the front of our feet, so check how it feels. If it feels okay, roll over a little bit without over pressing it, and don't overdo it, but just check that you move a little bit the feet and the knee, allowing the front of your feet to stretch, and then coming back to the other side. Good. Allowing the feet to stretch. One more check, a few times if you want, do it a few times. And check if it's getting smoother. If it's still very painful, then don't overpress on it, make it tinier. Add more circling on the feet now, rotate. As far as the feet allows you to go, but add a little bit of an ankle movement here if possible. So we have really this kind of a release here as much as we can. Good, one more. Very nice. I don't know for you, but mine are getting smoother. The first one was quite painful. Good. All right, let's make a big circle with the arms. Open up the chest. Bring the hands together. Be thankful to your body for allowing you to move. And then enjoy either your night, either your day, and hopefully that helps you to go through your day or your sleep. Make sure you leave me some comments. Take care of yourself. See you soon. Bye.